Capricorn One is a 1977 American science fiction thriller directed by Peter Hyams. The film is centered around a fictional conspiracy involving the fake landing of a Mars mission. It blends elements of political thriller and science fiction and is known for its portrayal of government cover-ups. Plot: the story begins with the announcement of the Capricorn One mission, a manned mission to Mars. However, when a technical failure jeopardizes the mission's success, NASA officials, under pressure, decide to stage the entire mission and simulate the Mars landing on a secret film set. The astronauts, who are unaware of the plan, are taken to a remote location where they are forced to participate in the hoax. The plot thickens when one of the astronauts, Ty, escapes after realizing the conspiracy, and a journalist, Robert Caulfield, begins to investigate. As Caulfield uncovers the truth, he becomes a target of the government, and he must fight to expose the conspiracy. Cast: Elliot Gould as Robert Caulfield, James Brolin as Colonel Charles Brubaker, Sam Waterston as Lieutenant Colonel Kellaway, Brenda Vaccaro as Kathy, O.J. Simpson as John Walker, Karen Black as Jill, Telly Savalas as Major Henson. The film's plot was directly influenced by conspiracy theories surrounding the Apollo moon landings, particularly claims that the U.S. government faked the moon landing to win the space race. Director Peter Hyams has admitted that these theories fascinated him, although he didn't believe them. Hyams wanted the film to feel authentic, so he consulted with NASA engineers and astronauts to ensure the space mission elements looked realistic. Ironically, this attention to detail fueled speculation among conspiracy theorists who believe the movie mirrored potential government cover-ups. Telly Savalas, in his small role as a crusty crop duster pilot, delivers some of the film's most memorable lines. His performance adds levity to an otherwise intense narrative, making him a fan-favorite character. Gould's portrayal of investigative journalist Robert Caulfield is a refreshing take on the everyman hero trope. His charm and wit ground the story, offering a stark contrast to the shadowy, sinister government agents. Since the movie was made in 1977, it relied heavily on practical effects and traditional filmmaking techniques. The fake Mars surface was created on a soundstage, and the climactic helicopter chase scene was achieved with real stunt work, considered impressive for its time. The film explores how easily the public can be manipulated by what they see on television. This theme resonates even more today in the age of digital media and misinformation. O.J. Simpson's casting as one of the astronauts drew attention due to his fame as a football player. While his acting received mixed reviews, his later infamy added an unintended layer of intrigue to the film for modern audiences. Capricorn One predates many conspiracy thriller films that would later dominate the genre in the 1980s and 90s, such as The Pelican Brief or Enemy of the State. Its blend of sci-fi and political intrigue set a template for such hybrids. Although the film wasn't a massive box office hit, its reputation has grown over time. Sci-fi and thriller fans appreciate it for its unique plot, suspenseful pacing, and clever use of the conspiracy trope. The film had a budget of approximately $4.8 million, which was modest by Hollywood standards at the time. Director Peter Hyams kept costs low by using practical effects and filming much of the action in the California desert. Upon its release in June 1978, Capricorn One was a commercial success. It grossed $12.4 million in the US and $25 million worldwide. This made it a profitable film, earning about 5 times its production budget globally. Positive reviews. Many praised the film's suspenseful story and its ability to keep viewers on edge. The conspiracy angle was fresh and provocative at the time, resonating with post-Watergate cynicism. Roger Ebert gave it 3 stars out of 4, calling it a good thriller that effectively built tension, particularly during the helicopter chase sequence. Elliot Gould's portrayal of the investigative journalist Robert Caulfield was commended for adding humor and humanity to the narrative. James Brolin and Telly Savalas also received accolades for their roles, with Savalas providing a memorable and quirky performance. The movie's exploration of media manipulation, government secrecy, and public trust felt timely in the late 1970s and remains relevant today. Critics appreciated its commentary on the potential abuse of institutional power. The climactic helicopter chase is widely regarded as one of the standout moments in the film, with its practical effects and stunt work earning praise. Over time, The film has garnered a loyal fan base that appreciates its mix of sci-fi and conspiracy thriller genres, especially as conspiracy theories became more mainstream in popular culture. Negative reviews. Some critics found the central premise, a faked Mars landing, far-fetched and difficult to take seriously. The lack of detailed explanation for certain elements, like how NASA thought they could get away with such a hoax, detracted from the believability for some. A frequent complaint was the movie's pacing, with some feeling that it dragged in places, particularly during the middle portion of the film. The investigative subplot involving Robert Caulfield was criticized for occasionally slowing down the main storyline. While the actors performed well, some reviewers felt the characters lacked depth, particularly the astronauts. Critics argued that more time spent on their moral dilemmas could have added complexity. The film's mix of thriller, science fiction, and light comedy didn't work for everyone. Some felt that the humorous moments, particularly those involving Telly Savalas, undercut the film's tension. Though praised for its practical effects at the time, modern audiences and some critics feel the visuals look dated. The Mars set, in particular, was seen as unconvincing even for the late 1970s. Capricorn One is appreciated for its suspense, relevant themes, and solid performances, but its implausible premise and uneven pacing prevent it from being a universally lauded classic. Fans of conspiracy thrillers and 1970s cinema, however, often regard it as a hidden gem.